Welcome, here I've got SONY Xperia 5 II and I'm gonna show you the top tricks of its camera. So at first we have to tap on the camera button here to open it, and for now we are in the standard photo mode. Let's see what we've got here. Let me start by tapping on the screen anywhere like that. Here we have access to the focusing ring. As you can see, we can focus anywhere we need at the picture. This is connected with this slider which appears here. By using it, we can get access to the exposure compensation of the photo, so we can manage the light of the picture. By going to the right, we can make it much brighter. By going to the left, we can make it more dark. And as you can see here, we have the blue light button. So this is connected with this slider. When we tap on this again, we get access to the extra slider with white balance. So here we can adjust the blue light and the orange light and the balance between them. And the second button here is also the exposure compensation. So to go back from it, let's just tap on here on the X letter, and now let's focus on these buttons. Here we can change the lenses of the camera. Now we are on the ultra wide lens. We can pick also the standard and the closer one. This is connected with the zoom, so when we tap on it a little bit longer, we get access to this zoom slider, and this is how to use this. And it works separately to every of these buttons like that. So this is how to use this. You can also use zoom by using two fingers, but I think that the effects with this slider are more precisely. And now let's have a look at these buttons here. Now we are on the standard photo mode. By tapping on it, we can easily go to the video mode. So this is quick access to these two basic modes. We can also go to the left corner here at the bottom to mode. When we pick this, we get access to other modes of this camera. So we have the Photo Pro, Google Lens, Slow Motion, Portrait Selfie, Creative Effect and Panoramic. So I don't have really much time to speak about all of this now. I suggest you to making experiments with that and just have a good fun. Now let's stay here and let's move to this settings bar here. Let me start from the left. When we pick this, we can manage the flash of this camera, so we can turn it on the auto. Now camera recognizes when it's needed, when it's too dark. Here also we can turn on fill flash, so the fill light. The next one is red eye reduction. And also we can turn it off and pick the torch. So for now, let me keep this turned off and let's move to this button. When we pick this, we get access to this slider where we can blur our background. For example, when we take a portrait. So I don't have really good conditions to show you how it works. You have to just discover it by yourself. Now let's go back from it and let's move to this button. Here we can change the aspect ratio of this camera. We have 4:3 ratio now. Let's change this to 16:9. As you can see, the camera frame has changed to the longer one. The next one available here is also 1:1. So this is the square one. Of course, by tapping on this button once again, we can easily go back to 4:3. The next one button, as I said, gives us the slider with white balance and the exposure compensation. So let's tap on this to turn this off now. And here we have also a button that changes the back camera to the front one, so hey. And now let's have a look at this button in the right corner. When we pick this, we can open the advanced camera settings. Here in the right corner now we have this I button, so we have some introduction to features. We can read about all of these modes and learn from this. Now let's go back and let's stay on the photo settings. At the first place here we have the self timer, so here we can turn on the camera timer and the delay of taking picture. We can pick from 3 or 10 seconds. Let me pick 3 to show you how it works. Now let's go back to the camera to take a photo. Here, as you can see in the shutter, we have the number of 3. So when we tap on this, we have the countdown and the picture was taken with 3 seconds of delay. Let's go back to the settings in the right corner. Let's turn the self timer off And let's move to the still image size. When we pick this, we can also manage the size of the picture, so the aspect ratio. And here we can see that this is connected with the quality. So 4 and 3 is available with 12 megapixels, 16 and 9 is available with 9 megapixels, and also 1 and 1 has 9 megapixels. So this is one extra thing to manage the ratio of the camera. And now let's move to the object tracking. When we pick this button, we can turn it on and turn it off. I really like this option because when we have this and when we go back to the camera, we can take some pictures to the objects that are in move and track them. So let me show you how it works. This is my objects. Let's tap on this, and as you can see here we have this square and it follows me and my move. So this is really cool thing. Now let's go back to the settings in the right corner and let's pick the auto capturing. When we pick this, we can turn on the smile shutter. So when we have this, the camera takes a picture every time it sees the people are smiling. So this is really cool option also. And here we have also the QR code reader. By using this button we can turn it off and turn it on, but I suggest you to keep this turned on. When you have this, you can scan QR codes by putting them inside your camera, so this is really easy and you don't need any other app to do it. Now let's slide down for a while and pick the common settings. Let's focus on the save location option. By using this button we can turn it off and on, as you can see, and this option allows us to save the information about the place where we take a picture in the details about it. And also here the important information is that to make it work correctly, when we want to save the actual location of our photo, we have to be connected with the internet, for example the Wi-Fi, and we have to turn on the location of this device. So remember about these two parameters to make it work. Now let's go back to the camera. Here we have this small icon also that suggests us that now the device is searching for the GPS. Now it works. So let me take a photo. And now let's move here to the right corner at the bottom. When we pick this square we get quick access to the gallery. This is our photo. To check its location, let's just simply slide down, and as you can see here we have the map and the full address. So greetings from Kraków, Poland. Now let's go back to the camera and let's move again to the settings in the right corner. Let's slide again to the common settings and pick the touch capture option. By tapping on this we can decide if we want to turn it on to both cameras or only to the front. Let's turn it on to the both. Let's go back to the camera, and now we can take a picture anywhere at the screen we tap. So this is really cool. We don't have to now use the shutter, we can do it just like that. So now let's go back, let's turn this off, and let's move to the burst with the camera key. By using this button we can turn on and turn off this option, and this is also a really cool thing because when we have this and when we tap a little bit longer the shutter, we get the series of picture at once. So this is really cool thing. Now let's go back to it and let's focus on the grid lines. By using this button we can turn them on and off. So these are the help lines of the camera. In the camera preview we can see that they look like that. This is useful, for example, when we want to use the rule of thirds in photography or making experiments with composition. Also remember that these lines are not visible at the real picture, so when I take a photo and when I go again here to the gallery we can't see them at it, so they are only to help us taking better photos. And now let's go back to the right corner. We can turn off the grid lines here and slide down. Now let's focus on use volume key as option. When we pick this, we can decide what our volume keys do with the camera. So in the standard usage with the smartphone, they allow us to control the volume. With the camera we can pick from zoom, volume or shutter. So let me pick zoom to show you how it works. Let's go back to the camera and now let me try to use them. And as you can see, I can get closer to my subject and also go back. So now I can use zoom by tapping on the volume keys here. Now let's go back to the settings in the right corner. Let's slide again to the common settings. Here we can also manage the sounds of the camera. by using this button we can turn them off and turn them on as we need. And after managing all of these settings, sometimes we want to go back to auto settings and start again using this. We can do it by the last one option, which is here, reset settings. So when we tap on this, we can decide to reset them, and all of this goes back to the auto. And that's all. Thanks for watching, subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.